Thank you, Madam Chair, Ranking Member, members of the committee. I honestly can't believe that I'm sitting here today again to try to convince my Republican colleagues that it's immoral to sell off the health of the American people in order to cut taxes for multimillionaires and billionaires. But that's exactly what the Republicans' big, beautiful bill does. Unfortunately, the Republicans' budget is even worse than the last time I sat here before this committee and pleaded with the Republicans to not make the largest cut to Medicaid in our nation's history and upend our nation's healthcare system. But here we are discussing this bill yet again, and the cuts are even bigger and the impact on our healthcare will be even worse. The Republicans' budget is a betrayal of the American people. It is the largest cut to Medicaid in our nation's history, $1.1 trillion in healthcare cuts. It will kick 17 million Americans off their health insurance. It will force hospitals to shut down. It will force nursing homes to shut down. It will restrict access to reproductive health care. It will increase health care costs. It will increase premiums. It will increase out-of-pocket costs. It will make more families go bankrupt from medical debt. It will cripple our nation's health. And that's not even getting into any of the rest of the disaster of this bill. The largest cut to food assistance in our nation's history, killing more jobs in one single bill than ever before in history, increasing consumer energy costs, raising property taxes in all 87 counties of my home state, exploding the national debt. The list goes on. But I'm a doctor, and I'm thinking about people's health, and today I want to talk about the unconscionable disaster this bill is for Americans' health and our nation's healthcare system. One thing I want every single American to know is that even if you don't use Medicaid, even if you don't know anyone who uses Medicaid, the Republican budget will affect you too. It doesn't matter what insurance you have when your local hospital closes. And with this budget, hospitals will close, clinics will close. This will be a catastrophe for all of us. We will all have less access to health care. It's incredibly dangerous. But I don't want us to lose sight of the human impact of this. As this bill gets closer to becoming the law of the land, I can't stop thinking about my patients. I see their faces, the faces of the mothers and the families I've taken care of who got their health insurance through Medicaid. Do they not matter? Are they somehow less important? Where are they supposed to go to get health care? 80 million Americans get their health insurance through Medicaid. Almost half of all American children get their coverage through Medicaid. What are you doing? Where is your humanity? What is the most chilling and soul-crushing part of this entire process is that the Republican majority doesn't care. They don't care. And this isn't speculative. It isn't being presumptuous or guessing about their intentions. They are literally telling us. The Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, called gutting Medicaid minutia and kicking millions of Americans off their health insurance immaterial. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell said Americans who are concerned about losing Medicaid will, quote, get over it. Republican Senator Joni Ernst defended the life-threatening gutting of Medicaid by saying, well, we're all going to die. As we sit here today, I am outraged by what Republicans are doing to future generations. I never want to hear Republicans say that they are the party of families ever again. Half of all children in the United States of America get their health care coverage through Medicaid. 1 in every 4 children in the United States of America get food assistance through SNAP. Republicans are taking away health care and food from our children in order to prioritize billionaires and perpetuate wealth inequality. It's wrong, it's immoral, it's unconscionable. We haven't even begun to unpack all the ways in which this bill is a moral abomination and honestly an embarrassment of a piece of legislation. If you were serious about putting together a good budget for the American people, you wouldn't try to shove it through on an artificial deadline. You wouldn't force debate through the dark cover of night. You wouldn't vote on it without even reading the text of the bill. But the Republican majority is just unquestioningly doing the president's bidding. They have ceded all of their power to the president, who is beholden to his billionaire class. The more the American people learn about this bill, the more they hate it. You've seen the polls, you've received the calls and emails. You know the American people don't want it. That's why I'm submitting an amendment to scrap the whole bill. Listen to the people you were sent here to represent. Let's start over, write a bill for the American people, not the billionaires. Thank you, Madam Chair. With that, I yield.